avast, ahoy, and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be Josh the Pirate, and this be me lovely wife Keren, the Mother of Bunnies. But you probably know that if you've already been here. Sorry about that.
This be Siri.
And that be Siri indeed. How are we, everybody? Long time no see-o, particularly for me. I have been burning the candle at all ends, as it were, and also in the middle a little bit.
Yeah, getting the flu does that. It turns your downtime into literal burn time.
Yep. Hi, we're back. We're here. We're doing the thing. We're done. So we're back for some more Roll Table for Two, but on a Monday this time because that's when I'm available and I still have all the spoons. Tuesdays are not a thing for me right now, nor will they be for the foreseeable future. So let's do Mondays instead for this, I think. So we've been playing this for on and off for a little while now. We're on to book 3 or session 3 of the adventure, Journey to Ironscar.
We did the actual journey last time.
So we're now at Ironscar. I don't actually know how much left we've got to do of the Journey to Ironscar. Because we fought some stuff, like we're definitely up to about here. In fact,
no, we stopped when we finished the travel.
Oh, okay. No, there are maps at the back. Yeah.
We did when you were doing the travel, you had to roll to see what happened.
Yeah, we fought some wolves.
Yeah.
Which we felt a little bad about.
You know, they're just trying to feed their babies, and we're just there killing them. Sorry, wolves.
Well, we didn't want to be the food for their babies.
Nature is a cruel mistress.
Which is fair. But there wasn't, because there's Sir Martin, and then we have the suggested map, and then we've got Milestone Village. Is that where we've gotten to?
Let me see.
I don't think there's actually a huge amount left in that one. I may have to get up and get the other book. But before that, I also thought I wanted to highlight a different thing that has arrived recently and is so pretty. This is the Field Guide to Floral Dragons, another Kickstarter back thing that Hit Point Press. You all know I'm a massive proponent of the Hit Point Press, and I gotta say, the artwork. It's the Larkspur Dragon, the Magnolia Dragon. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? So this contains. It doesn't have like a narrative adventure in it, really, but it's more. It is basically a beautifully annotated monster manual, specifically for floral dragons and things related to them, including these cute little things, Vespoons, dragon bees, which I freaking love. Look at that, isn't it gorgeous?
So pretty.
And they go from little to huge. There's also the mushroom dragon. It's a terrifying thing. And rules for all the other dragons to become mushroom dragons because, of course, mycelium sort of, corrupts other things. And I have already actually used some of these rules in a one-shot that I was running because I needed a good monster of around challenge rating 6. And I think I used a corrupted Larkspur dragon as a. So it's got little bits of fungus in it as an enemy.
What we're up to?
There you got it.
Yeah, we're arriving at camp.
Good smell.
Just sniffing the books.
It also came with a couple of other really lovely little goodies. Because it's a Kickstarter, you do get a few extra little presents. This one came with a colouring in book, absolutely beautiful colouring in book, which I actually might take to school and photocopy some of the pages out of for the kids because I happen to know a lot of them enjoy colouring in their free time. Because I'm doing my prac at the moment, and they've already enjoyed the bee badge spinner. It's a D6 that spins. It doesn't spin terrifically, I wouldn't have said, but it's still a kind of neat little thing, and they love that I collect badges. They think it's really funny. So yeah, that's been quite fun as well. And what was the other thing that it came with? There was another object, another item that it came with.
Was it a model? Was it?
There were stickers, maybe? It wasn't a mini, no. But I have printed one recently because I did also have the 3D prints, the STL. So this, and I shrunk it down to be the correct scale. This is a Vespoon. I actually went and bought this one because it didn't come with the STL pack I got didn't come with Vespoons, and I was like, that's the one I want more than anything else. So yeah, that's what we got. So that's that. Really fun stuff. Can you remind me what the absolute heck happened last time?
We travelled on the road and various exciting things happened. I believe we had some fights with some wolves. And eventually we arrived at the Iron Sky Inn.
Yep.
Iron Sky Inn?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
we had a chat, didn't we, when we got there?
Yeah, we went to sleep in the old barnhouse dormitory. Ate, I believe we had dinner.
Yeah.
Had a rest. We had a chat about what we were doing, which we weren't really that sure about.
Oh, we're just kind of here.
Yeah, just taking the punches as they come. And next day, if we head off, we will finally arrive at camp.
Ah, okay. Cool.
And I believe it's my turn to read. So
Yeah.
you can, if you like.
Well,
Arriving at camp. Half a day further on the road from the Iron Sky Inn, and the carriage finally comes to its last stop. Nursing fatigue, you are able to stretch out your legs and open the door to the new landscape in front of you. The sight that welcomes you is far bleaker than you expected. Compared to the lush greenery of Benevol's rolling hills and thick forests, the ground around you is barren, lifeless, and devoid of colour.
Benevolly, not Benevol.
Benevolly, sorry. Look, I said it how it was spelled. Leave me alone.
Yeah, we've done this before. We've been over this.
Benevolly, yeah.
Benevol.
Look, I can fully admit that I said agave instead of agave for a long time because, you know, that's how it's spelled. Anyway, it is like a blanket of ash has covered most things around you, and whatever is untouched by it has found other grime and muck to stain itself with. The plants are harsh creatures to match their environment, spindly and dry, sharp to the touch. There is little sunlight here to feed them, as everything above the dark black scar on the horizon is overcast with cloud. It's a barrier. A tired-looking woman looks up from her tent at the edge of the military camp. A mile or so past here, the mage has fortified our borders with a barrier to keep the dark at bay. It's trying to push its way past it to find a weak point. That's why it looks like that. A thick shadow on the horizon. She puts aside the gear she is maintaining as Sir Martin arrives. They share salutes and begin talking about military affairs. You are both left to observe the view and your surroundings. Make an awareness skill roll.
Ooh. I need my character sheet then. So this game works off a D4, D6 rather. So awareness. I have a +2.
Do I? So 5 awareness.
And I got a 5 on the die. 4 on the die, so 6 awareness.
Oh.
Very aware. Such aware. Very well.
So for my 5, this is what I get. Some faces appear tired, others disenchanted and lacking in hope. The gear is in a poor state of maintenance and very few official figures are in sight, though the larger tents certainly look well cared for. It occurs to you to wonder how long some of these people might have been here. The war on the Grimes creatures is decades, nearly centuries old. Surely this camp hasn't always been here. And for your 6 you get, beyond the camp stretches land for another hour or two's walk. If anything were to come past the barrier, would they have only that time to notice? There are outposts by the camp with lookouts peering at the distance. The scar itself twists and churns its thick black fog. You can see it moving against the barrier, testing its weakness.
Ooh.
Sir Martin turns to the pair of you. The tired woman has now straightened herself up and is fastening some of her armour back in place. This is Lieutenant Arzela, who will be accompanying us to inspect the border. Sir Martin introduces her, which she follows with a curt nod. The king has failed to receive a request for more mages by the border stones, so I shall be making a personal request to him on our return. It should be our top priority before the official tour of the encampment can begin tonight, I'm afraid. The lieutenant chuckles and nods, picking up a bridle for a horse station not too far away. You learn quickly in these parts to double, triple check your defences are in place. Ken, never be too careful when the fate of the kingdom is at stake. The pair set to preparing horses while the rest of the kings were prepared to unload for the camp. Given no moment to rest, you were called to accompany Sir Martin and Lieutenant Arzela to the very edge of the border. For your characters, this might be the first time you are seeing every threat of the crying creatures up close. How does that make you feel? There are no longer wandering monsters in need of slaying. There looks to be a much greater force beyond the border that the kingdom has never told their subjects about. You do not have to go with them. If you would like to make an excuse to stay behind, roll a diplomacy skill test. 6 or higher, you are free to stay behind, no one minds. 5 or lower, Sir Martin sees through your excuse but does not attempt to order you to follow him. -1 point to Sir Martin's ally table.
Ooh.
Go to page 30 if you stay at camp, otherwise continue.
I think we stay with Martin. I certainly would.
Oh, fuck yes. I'm like, yeah, you're not leaving me alone in the creepy camp.
I think it's important to notice that, I mean, Martin, we're gifted. We're fighters, we're warriors, but soldiers we are not. You know, that's... I'll help you. I'm not saying I won't. I'm just... You're an army. We're...
Solo operatives who
Yeah.
occasionally operate together for convenience.
Well, thanks.
You knew what this was.
So yeah, I don't know what I really mean, if anything. I'm just sort of a heads up, I guess. But yeah, let's see what you've got here.
We're here to help, so we would like to see what we are helping with.
I mean,
Even though it looks pretty awful.
I'm pretty confident I know the answer to this question, but why haven't the people been told this?
I'd like to think Sir Martin's like, because you don't want to panic them.
Yeah.
This is something of an existential.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's making me want to, you know.
So I suppose the next question is, what's the plan?
Just work that out as we go along.
Good.
We get a +1 to Sir Martin's ally table because
Good.
he likes us.
Good.
And I have to find Sir Martin's ally
It's in the
table.
back. Oh, there you go. Yep. +1. Somewhere.
Okay, it's got relationship score. It's already got a dash by it, so I assume it's already.
Oh, that's 1, so we get a 2 now.
Cool. +2 relationship.
Hey.
Look at us.
Building
We got a
relationships.
+2 relationship. That's a good ship.
Nice. 2 ship. Pink ship, blue ship.
Your horse's nerves fray thinner and thinner as your group approaches the border edge. The bleak
Oddly
wasteland.
matching mine.
The bleak wasteland between here and the camp is at your back. A wall of pitch black fills your vision ahead. Every now and again, a thin film of iridescent colour shifts over the darkness, like an oil spill catching the light.
Nope. Nope.
Note here for mage class, which I am, I believe. Gonna double check. Yes,
Yeah,
I am a mage
yeah,
class. So, the veil of magic here is light. It feels like a gentle breeze or a feather-light touch might shatter the barrier and let the flood break through. The barrier is only physical in a sense that holds its darkness at bay, Lieutenant Arzella explains. But it does not hold back animals nor people, if any should be mad enough to step through. We've seen more and more grimed wildlife near the camp, and occasionally one slips through our fingers. We have seen 2 in the past week alone, a
Yep.
bear and a wolf, Sir Martin confirms.
Yeah.
So there is no crack or leak they might be coming back through. Make a spirit roll to investigate the magic of the Wardish.
I mean, I will, but I think it's more of a you thing than a me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because like I said, like at 4.
Nailed it. Got a 5.
So you got a 6.
No, I've got a 5 total. I got a 4 plus 1. And you have 7 because you rolled a 3. Roll higher, gets lower. If it's not about hitting things or picking up heavy things,
Right.
I sort of squint it and I go, so what would happen if you were to shoot it with your magic? Just out of curiosity.
Nothing good. I can tell you that it would be nothing good.
Okay, well,
I can feel the magic straining against the weight of the darkness beyond it. And like, this magic is strong, but it's old. And
like it's like a warrior that stood its ground too long. It's beginning to wane. I can't help but feel that it might give way in a month, maybe 2. I mean, that's enough time to call for more mages.
Shore it up. Can you add to it?
Well, not just...
I mean, not you, but can it be added to?
Well, there is something you can do. As you look to the magic within the stones and the barrier beyond, an idea springs to mind. You can offer the barrier some of your strength. Sacrifice 2 points from your skills. You can choose 2 or 1 skill to take these from, but 2 points in total must be sacrificed, and watch the barrier's colour grow stronger against the darkness.
I would be prepared to burn my single point in spirit. Do we have to do it together, or like we both do it, or can we give one each?
It says sacrifice 2 points from your skills, so I think we can both give up 1.
One each?
I
Yeah.
have +4 to spirit, so I can lose 1 to spirit and still have +3 to spirit.
Yeah, I'm happy to give 1 spirit as well. Your spirit's kind of your thing.
Yeah, the other thing I can give is from strength or weakness.
Kind of, I mean, yeah, I like being, I don't mind, it's funny, because I'm a +3 in strength, +2 awareness, +1 spirit, and I'm like, I reckon I prefer to lose the +1 than to sacrifice a 3 down to a 2.
Well, then I'll sacrifice my strength and you sacrifice your spirit.
That was my logic, you don't have to follow, because you've got 4 spirit, that's plenty.
Yeah.
Like, you rarely need more than a +3 to add to something.
That feels appropriate as well, to sacrifice our
What,
spirit.
and also, yeah.
Cool. So it's like,
So,
perhaps I can do a thing, but you're gonna have to hold my hand for a second.
what are you doing?
I can channel a little bit of our magical awareness into the barrier, which will temporarily reinforce it. Won't last forever.
I'm not letting you do that alone.
Yeah, that's why I asked you to hold my hand,
Well-
idiot.
Oh, so am I giving 2?
No.
Well, that's what I'm implying. I will give as well.
Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit from you and a little bit from me.
Yeah.
Neither of us are unduly weakened.
Cool. I'm glad we're clear and that I knew that was happening beforehand.
Sassa rolls her eyes and takes your hand, and you see her like concentrate and like extend one hand out towards the barrier. And you see that kind of oil slick shimmer emanate from her hand towards the barrier.
Meanwhile, Fras goes like quite pale. Like, this for you is much of a muchness. Like, it's draining, but not unduly so. For him, this feels, he goes a deathly pallor.
Oh, as you watch, the barrier's colours grow stronger against the darkness. How did you do that? Lieutenant Arzela breathed, watching in awe. The 2 of them listen as you share your findings about the barrier. I shall send word to the Mage Council, Sir Martin nods, confirming his own plans and preparing to turn his horse. It is only when it spooks and whinnies in an alarmed manner you spot it. Further along the border, a handful of dark shapes can be seen passing through, making a line towards one of the few remaining villages near the military camp. Has that zone been evacuated yet? Sir Martin asked, but you can already see a small military party on its way to respond.
Oh.
Not yet, Lieutenant Arzela responds, immediately commanding her horse into a gallop and leaving you 3 to follow.
That might have been premature. Ugh.
Sass is going to give you a little bit of a slap. Just
I'm awake.
get yourself together, man! The villagers are in peril!
Oh, stupid. Why is it? When are the villagers ever not in peril?
It's kind of part of being a villager, is being
Is
in
it? I
peril.
feel like then they need to choose better choices. Maybe choose to not be a villager sometimes.
Murstone Village. The racing horses make short work of the ride to Murstone, but you quickly see pillars of smoke start to trail their way up to the sky as you travel. The sound of shouts and screams build at your approach, and the sight of a village in turmoil comes into view. Dark shallows flit from street to alley and back out again in fast motions, bounding between buildings with ease. Some good alliteration there. Bounding with buildings. Bounding between buildings with ease. Some can be spotted pursuing villagers as they run on foot, and others are spotted facing off against a few soldiers who have already arrived. There are casualties already, with the armed and unexperienced meeting unfortunate ends. Those brave enough have retrieved who they can from the streets, but it is already so clear how unmatched the military are for their foe. Beside you, Sir Martin's face grows slightly pale. sight of his own, a Kingsman's crest, spotted among the deceased on the street.
Oh no.
Find the creature leading this and put an end to the fight, Lieutenant Azela says, breaking the shocked silence. I will rally what we have left of the men and focus on civilian rescue. Go! Now!
Great.
Search for the grimed leader. These creatures are clearly following something's example. Make an awareness skill roll.
Hey. That's an 8.
3 and an 8. Well, let's go with the 8, shall we?
Yeah.
You have followed one of the creatures to determine where its leader might be, and have found it following the instructions of a larger grimed beast. It is not alone, but you have found it now. Start the contest with 1 grimed doe and 1 grimed buck. Go to page 48 to start the contest. Use Merstone Map 1. Page 56.
Not impressed by how slow Sirenscape is being today. There we go. Some guards screaming.
Okay, the rules of the contest. You are facing off against a flood of grimed creatures that have overwhelmed the village of Merstone. Unless already stated on the page in the storybook that led you here, you will be facing 3 grimed does and 1 grimed buck. Hey, we've lucked out. We've only got 1 grimed doe and 1 grimed buck.
Nice.
You can find the grimed doe blocks on this page and the grimed buck blocks in the following pages. If you reinforce the barrier at the Iron Scar with Sam Martin, your foes all have 10 less hit points to begin with.
Nice.
Yay!
Worth it.
If you did not accompany Sam Martin to the border, you cannot use his ally abilities during this contest.
Well, good. This is why you always do what the story is saying you probably fucking should.
Okay. This is the Merstone Village map. So we only have 1 doe. Those 2 does.
Cool.
That's the little map for anyone who's interested.
That one?
Yeah, that's us down there, and that's our enemies up there. Okay.
There we go.
So she only has 20 hit points because we reinforced the barrier.
Alright.
And Buck only has 50.
Now, when you begin a combat, do you roll
Roll for
initiative?
turn order.
Or is that what awareness is?
No, that was to see how many of them we had to fight.
Oh.
We now have to roll.
So, fighting first. Roll in turn order. When contest begin, D6 plus awareness. Not once. I always go last in the turn order.
What is it?
That's like a 5.
5, 7.
I get 3.
If you roll 2 for our doe and buck, please.
Green is back. Oh, big money.
6.
And a 5 for the doe.
Doe, buck. Oh my god.
Oh, 4 for the doe plus whatever.
6. They both got 6.
6. Well, the buck got the higher dice.
Cool. So Sassa goes first. With the 7. 6. Nelson always goes last.
Yeah. And how far away are they from us?
Okay, so if I'm 1 and you're 2, because I rolled higher.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 to the doe.
Yep.
50 to the buck.
How do you know how far you... Oh, you roll, don't you, to see how far you travel in a turn. That's why going last actually not a bad thing. Fighting foes. You do have range abilities, though, don't you? To move, you roll a d6. The result tells you how many squares you move on the battlefield. So it's not 35 feet, it's squares. So it's 7. You may only move forwards or sideways. Moving diagonal would require your token to move 2 squares. Some abilities require you to be away from the opponent to use, like ranged, and others require you to be standing next to them for melee. You can choose to move either before or after your ability. You cannot split the movement with an ability. Yeah, that. Cool. Alrighty. Well, you are going first, I think. Yep.
I'm gonna double check what the range is on my magic orb.
Things are getting a little tense. So, the way I imagine these creatures are, the grime sort of swells them up quite a bit, so they're like quite a bit chunkier than your average doe and buck. So the buck would be like easily 10 foot tall, and then the antlers, and kind of a little like misshapen and lumpy. If it's ranged, it's just ranged. I don't think there is a.
Yeah, I can just say I'm hitting range. Cool.
And like dark, there's sort of a black haze hanging around them.
Okay, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Blooming Restraint.
Hell yeah.
On the doe because it's closer.
Yeah.
And if I hit it, it'll limit its movement and guard by 3.
Hell yeah.
I guess we really roll opposed.
Yep.
Opposed spirit checks.
I think so. What's its spirit?
Uh,
I got a 6. Sorry.
-1.
Hey, it's a 5.
5.
So don't roll shit, and you've still got +3. That needs to be in the bread. There you go.
8.
It's like 8. Yeah.
Cool. So that cost me 2 action points.
Amusingly, actually, equal speeds. You've got a 5, so I'm the first one anyway, but just for clarity. Like Jack says, he likes to win fairly, if not at all. I don't mind winning unfairly. Actually, that's more of a Fras thing than a Josh thing.
Okay.
I only get... Look, if the other guy dies and I don't, then I won. So you have restrained the thing.
Yes.
It's restrained. Movement is reduced
Should
to
I
0.
move?
I think you could probably move a little bit.
I could possibly move over here.
Yeah, well, see how far you can move. Roll the dice.
Yeah,
How
that's
far you
right.
get.
I can't just move. What's that? 5?
If it's that one, it's 4. And it's 2 to move diagonally.
Yep, I can get there.
Yep. Awesome. Awesome. The buck lowers its antlers. Goodness me.
The doe is going next.
Not happy, is it?
Okay, the doe is up next. Could you roll a d6, please?
I really enjoyed that. I paid for Sirenscape today. Well, the doe got a 1.
Quick step! The doe must move 2 spaces away from its nearest opponent.
Can't.
It can't. It's restrained.
Yeah.
Okay. Good
And
for
the
you,
buck?
doe. Now the buck.
Also 1.
Also 1, antler guard. The buck lowers their head, forcing enemies at bay. Roll 2d6 and add it to their guard for 2 turns.
Wow. For 2 turns.
Yeah.
That's a lot as well. That's huge. That's 8. I don't think anyone's getting through that. Like, even with a +3, its guard would have to be nothing for me to break that.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm not attacking the buck for a little while.
Hey, there's a nicely restrained doe there.
I think it's 7 squares away from me. I don't even think I can get to it. But if it's restrained, I can approach it relatively easily.
Yeah.
I got a 5. So I saunter kind of... Yeah, the color has returned to my face in splotches over the course of the ride.
Like, it's not that I mind having Siri on my lap, it just reduces my range of motion.
Yeah.
And she looks at me annoyed every time I do, like, how dare you? My foot is sliding off your knee, how dare you? Hang on, let me hold you up.
No, that's not a choice that I made. I'm gonna get down now. Mummy, why did you do that? Why did you do that, Mummy? All the shit's all, yo.
You can look to the camera, so pretty. So pretty, yeah.
Yeah, I am.
So pretty.
I'm so pretty.
Everybody loves you,
Yeah.
Cool. So you rolled 5?
Considering just turning the sound off. Because there's too much
You
of it.
can get within 2 squares of the dough.
Yeah, I will do that. And I sort of, I walk forwards, sort of just rolling my shoulders, just sort of just doing a couple of practice swings with my axe.
And the dough, like, wound with vines is like, I'm still gonna fuck you up, mate.
Yeah. We will see. We will see. But I don't have any ranged abilities, I don't think. Oh, I have Battle Medic. That's not super useful. Deadly Nightshade. Roll awareness versus strength on success. 1d6 down. Yeah, but I think I have to, all of these. It feels like I have to be in melee with it. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I can attack it.
That's okay. You can just hold there, and Sir Martin can have a go.
Does Martin have a ranged ability?
Let me check. Martin, where are you? Trouble is, I'm looking at like 10 different pages right now.
Yeah.
Here we go. Martin.
Siri's head comes up every time I get some chocolate raisins. Hey, look, at least Sirenscape isn't hogging the bandwidth so that we can't stream, but it'd be neat if it, like, worked and stuff, you know? Oh, Siri.
Oh, okay. So our relationship score affects what he will do in our...
Oh, yeah.
In our aid. So,
Yeah.
Night Strike, melee. Roll strength against the opponent's guard. If successful, deal 1d6 plus 4 damage to the opponent. So, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to reach, but we can move him up. So that the next term, he will be able to strike them most roughly.
Yeah. Brawler?
3.
Fighter.
I am rolling shit today. So, Martin's going to move.
Yeah, all my shit's melee.
Yeah. Martin has moved 3 forward. So, we kind of have to just get through the first couple of rounds. And then you guys can start doing some damage.
Yeah, you locked it down before it could move towards us.
Sorry. It's kind of what I do.
Yeah.
It's going to be great when you get to it. Okay, so that takes us back to the top of the order, which means it's my turn again.
Yay! You have some magic you can yeet at this creature?
Yeah. I'm going to leave the tied up dough to you guys.
Oh, no. Feel free to help.
Oh, okay.
Numbers. Let's whittle them down.
Okay. Well, then I will throw a magic orb at it.
You've reduced its guard. But remember, the other one has a massive guard right now as well.
Oh, it does. Yes, it would be a total waste. So this one's guard is only 2 at the moment.
Yeah.
Because it's taking a -3 from my spell. So magic orb, I just have to roll higher than 3. I literally cannot fail.
And
I don't.
Doesn't. Yeah, 8.
Cool. So it will take, d6 of damage.
Proceeds to roll.
A 1.
Yeah. Called that. You should have swapped them.
I know. Well, it's now got 19 hit points.
Oof.
Look at how much work I did.
Yep, but it's now pinned and took damage.
Yay!
Yeah, get him, Sat. I actually might just hang around here.
Don't you fucking dare!
You
Get
got
in
this.
there.
Sass has got this, everyone. Don't stress it.
Shut. Okay, so let's see what the dough's gonna do.
1 again.
1. Oh my god, I'm not using that dice anymore. That
Can't
dice
move.
is.
No, that's fine.
Oh,
I want
okay.
it to not
Yeah,
move.
I'm not using it for myself.
Yeah.
Quick step. The doe must move 2 spaces away from the nearest opponent.
No, I can't.
Which she can't because she's got a -3. So if anything, she moves 1 step closer.
No. She's
But that-
pinned.
Yeah, but that feels like no. She can still move.
Oh.
It's just reduced by 3.
Well, then it can. Doesn't it? Don't we just roll the dice to see how much? Oh no, yeah, it just stays still. Yeah.
This will tell us where it wants to move.
Okay.
But yeah, it's got a -3 to
And
move.
then the buck. I will
And
roll.
the buck. You roll for the buck.
2 this time.
2. Shadow Stain. Range. Make a contested spirit skill roll.
No good.
Whatever the difference between your rolls are, deduct it from the loser's hit points.
Who's it targeting?
Look, to be completely fair, we should probably roll and decide who it's going to throw.
My point is, you're the only one who's done anything aggressive yet, and I'm closer.
Yeah.
This
Which
is why I
I
asked.
think we should roll for it.
All right. Okay, so higher dice wins, or takes the damage.
Well, if we say 1 or 2, it hits me.
Oh, that's a good idea.
3, 4, it hits Martin. 5, 6, it hits
That is a very good idea. Do that. Pick a dice. You're 1 and 2. I'm 5 and 6. That's a 6. Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Spirit roll.
Why did you get me to roll?
I got 4.
4.
Probably not enough.
Its spirit is 0.
1.
So 3. It takes 3 damage.
Hey. I beat it.
Whatever the difference between your rolls are, deduct it from the loser's hit points.
Oh, amazing.
You roll higher.
Yeah,
By
I
3
just
points.
grit out at it. Like, it, yeah. It glares at me, and I glare back.
You just have
Like,
it really.
you don't
intense
scare me.
staring
I
off.
just sacrifice some of my life force to make the barrier stronger, dickhead.
I like that the idea that it's staring on us and the buck blinks and it goes, oh, mother! Also, hi, Terrace.
Hey, Terrace. Ah,
How are you, buddy?
Terrace's tongue.
We all just got licked.
Oh, do you want to see something really cool, Terrace? I got this in the email this morning. So, I have commissioned Ansfrid Blomfist.
Oh my god! I
From,
haven't seen it. What?
because I forgot. No, I'd already. I
Oh
was
yeah,
about to
you
get to
look
work.
so cool.
Yeah,
Like terrifying, but cool.
I love it. Yeah. I've asked for her to make him slightly less angry looking. I think that everything about him is fine. He just like he's. What I said was, he is. Just make him slightly less severe looking. He has a gentle, teasing sense of humor. He looks scarier than he is in personality, or nowhere near as scary as he is in capability.
Adorable.
In either way, he is misleading, and kind of deliberately so. Oh, thank you for the biddies, buddy. How you going? It's lovely to see and hear from you. So, we are currently fighting a pair of grimed animals, and grimed is sort of this nasty black spirit thing. And the buck just glared at me, Fras Perella.
Glared back.
And I glared back, and it turns out I'm scarier than this grimy buck.
Cool. Which means it is now your turn. You've stared down the buck. It is now your turn.
And then I walk casually up to the doe with just enough movement to get there.
Yeah.
And I am going to. With advantage, and oh, that's we're not allowed to do that. So, I'm going to cleave it.
Cleave the buck. The doe.
I'm going to
Sorry.
cleave the doe,
I'm gonna cleave the doe.
which is 3 action points. And we've already burned quite a lot today.
Yeah.
This will be my. It'll take me to 20 used action points. This needs to end quickly because I don't have a lot. I've got 5 left. That was like a third of my total remaining ones. So I get to roll strength versus its block and do 1d6 damage and half its guard. Oh, might do staggered swing. Roll strength against awareness. 1d6. Oh yeah, no, that's what I want to do. I want to do staggered swing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 miles deep in the Ravelry drama rabbit hole. Oh, do tell, Terrace. What spicy stories are taking place in Ravelry right now?
What's Ravelry?
Ravelry is a like a yarn pattern sharing site.
Oh.
So if you want to go find patterns, you can go on Ravelry and find patterns and shit. And I've never encountered the drama firsthand, so Terrace, do tell. Spill.
Can you please roll awareness for the doe?
Awareness.
Hey.
4.
4. I got... I got 5.
Hey.
That sucks. Fucking typical of me. Alright, I get 1d6 damage for each point beaten by, so 1. And now watch me roll a 1, everybody. There you go.
This is gonna be a long fight.
I don't have enough AP to continue just fucking this up this badly. So 1 more point of damage on the doe.
Okay.
Hey, Quad. No worries. You carry on, my dear. Lovely to hear and see from you. Starts
What
with evil pattern thieves and devolves into homophobia, transphobia, and white supremacy allegations. Amazing.
Well, that went. That escalated.
Sideways and downwards and always twirling.
Right. So presumably someone stole some patterns, and then the allegations started being swapped.
Yeah.
And they think that young people are so nice.
Did we rested, didn't we? Did we sleep?
Yes. How did we get it?
Well, that's how you recover your ability points at the beginning of every day. You wake up with more.
Do you want to check?
Yes.
In which case, I have it in my stack as well.
I feel like it wouldn't have thrown us at this without a rest first, because we did, and that is how you restore your AP. Because I'm like, I straight up can't fight for more than another couple of rounds.
It is the most petty, vicious, vindictive, spiteful stuff I've seen in a long time, and I'm loving it. Do not cross the middle-aged non-goblin.
No.
It's amazing. Yes, serious emotion. I mean, are you familiar with the knitting.com saga, Terrace? Another beautiful example of the petty, vindictive, vicious nature of the yarn community, but for good in that case.
Yeah, it's
Resets.
it
start of the day?
resets at the beginning of the day.
Cool. I have loads of points then. Because I've already used 3.
And I have only used 2. Are you familiar with the 6-day star blanket drama?
Oh. No. Ferris, we need to talk about the knitting.com drama sometime. I've got a PowerPoint, it's great.
Yes, she does.
Not a joke.
It does. It's for the birthday party thing where everybody has a PowerPoint.
Yeah, I did the knitting.com saga. It was pretty good.
And I did my strongly worded opinions on what if you're going to have science in your science fiction, it needs to be good science. I don't mind if it doesn't have science in your science fiction, that's fine. But if you're going to put it in there, don't make it bullshit.
A friend of ours did The English Language is Cooked, about how the English language is not so much 8 languages in a trench coat, but just a language in a trench coat that chases down other languages, beats them up and shakes them upside down to empty their pockets of, spare letters and grammar.
And occasionally it's actually not the language itself, it's just the Dutch doing it on our behalf.
Yeah, just the Dutch chucking in some extra letters because they felt like it.
That's about right, yeah.
And then Mercy gave us an exhaustive breakdown of, oh god, what was it called? It was the romance novel about like this a couple like in rural
Why
town.
all the men in it are shit.
I have a PowerPoint presentation of why everyone is wrong about horses, but I feel Josh would feel personally called out if I showed him that.
No. Because I'm not wrong about horses, this is the thing. Okay, so we have done 2 points of damage to the doe. I love that I did more damage to the buck by glaring at it than I did by hitting the doe with a fucking axe. The doe that you have conveniently tied down for me.
Well, it's Martin's turn now.
Yeah, come on, Martin.
Would you like to roll some movement for Martin?
I'd love to roll Martin's movement. That's a 2.
Okay. 2. He is still out of range.
We shouldn't hit does. That's rude. I didn't hit it very fucking hard, mate. I rolled as low as I possibly could.
And in fairness, it was trying to hurt us.
Like 3 times. And it's never tried to hurt us. It's just only ever tried to run away from us. And you staked it down before it could.
I wonder if we could do like a stream where we just do PowerPoint presentation.
I was actively thinking about it. Yeah, that would be.
The knitting.com one. Pretty fucking good.
I mean, I've got my Sci-Fi one on this computer right now.
I'm pretty sure mine's actually my G drive. What was the other one? Oh yes, did JD Vance actually fuck a cat?
Oh, that one was so good. Yeah.
If you consider deterring intent. Unfortunately, we don't have that option. Okay, it is my turn.
We're doing a sort of vicious deterrent.
Alright, well.
Is it? Martin's done 2 movement. Has he got nothing else?
Well, he can only do melee attacks.
Oh.
So if he's not within melee range
Fucking
of the doe,
Martin.
he can't.
Just walking casually. Alright.
He's a serial. Pick a
Pick.
pose.
Pick. You want to get on my lap? Is that what you're asking for? However? It was a deep sigh. As well.
It's so hard being serious.
Very
you
hard
have no
being
idea. Daddy has been leaving her alone 5 days a week. Cruelty. Cruelty to Sirius.
We
Sirius
just
says
need
no.
a piece of collar bond and a stick.
Okay, well I'm gonna magic orb the dough again.
Okay.
Hopefully with slightly more impact this time around.
I told you, just keep. I'll stare at the buck. You. Hey, big fucking Mitch. How was
buddy?
Japan, mate?
I saw a picture of you with a massive jug on socials.
Rude.
What's
She
that?
has a name, Karen.
What's that? I can't read these dice.
That's a 5.
It's a 5? Okay.
Just count the bones. These are terrorist dice.
Yeah, but do the skull count?
No, the skull doesn't count.
Okay, cool. So 5 bones. Alright.
Otherwise, the lowest would be a 2.
And that's plus my spirit.
Thanks for the resub, buddy.
That's 8.
Big fucking Mitch. I mean, it's not what I said.
And guard
Is a 1.
Ha
Ha.
ha ha.
You win by a lot.
I win by a lot. It is going to be hurt.
All your cuddles. All your cuddles.
I just thought Josh said big fucking.
Yeah.
Not big fucking.
Japan was amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, though I confess 10 days straight of sumo was actually too much sumo. No. Don't
No.
believe it.
5 points of damage.
Hey, that's like 2.5 times as much as we've already done so far.
The grime dough is struck with a ball of shimmering light.
Nice.
She
Nice!
staggers. She is injured. And
She's
Sassa's like, yeah.
still stuck to the ground. Does it get a chance to, like, not be stuck to the ground?
No,
It's just like, this is your life now.
no, it's just stuck there. That's its life now.
Oh, not for long.
Um,
Then it's its turn.
okay, it's the doe's turn. Would you like to roll for the doe's action?
It's having a rubbish day. That's a 5.
Malice grip, ranged.
Oh dear.
Player characters must make a spirit skill roll. If the result is a 5 or below, they take 2d6 damage as a cold feeling of dread grips them. The fuck?
60 plus hours in small people seats wasn't the most ideal.
Oh.
That's fair. Yeah, no. Japanese
Oh,
people
buddy.
are smaller than you on average.
See, this is why I like Asian countries. Everything is Karen sized. Not so. Not
Height
so
wise,
great.
not so much width wise, my lovely. And that's saying nothing about you. They just tend to be quite narrow in the hip. Oh, Karen, we really should talk yarn at some point. I need recommendations for sourcing some good stuff. Yeah, like she does. She gets it all at Salvos.
Yeah, I'm kind of the goblin that scrounges in the op shop and the yarn bin. But I do know some pretty cool ones on Instagram. Because they share cool videos. So you have to roll a spirit check to see if you were filled with dread.
Great. Love this for me. 1. It's gonna hurt, isn't it? Water
1!
one.
And Martin,
6. Nails it.
6. Nails it. So Martin's fine.
I'm rolling like ass.
2d6 damage!
There's usually a yarn bin in an op shop.
Oh, fuck
8.
off! 8. We both take 8 damage.
Ouch.
Ouch!
Ouch. You're down to 27. Yeah.
Ow!
Fucking dough.
Yeah, so Taris, op shops they tend to have like a massive bucket of just random yarn that people have donated. So you don't get, obviously you don't get to pick what type of yarn, and sometimes you have to have your best guess as to what it's made of. But yeah, sometimes people donate with like I've gotten bags of matching yarn. Sometimes it just depends on the bucket. But yeah, you get the real element of surprise. What is available.
One of the yakiniku places I went to, I was literally sitting on my hamstrings because the seat was drilled to the floor. So close to the bench. All in all, though, a great trip. I'm very glad to hear it, mate. But I bet you're glad to be back with your little boy as well.
Okay.
Ouch. What does the buck do? I almost dread to ask. One.
Applicard.
Fuck off. Yeah, it doesn't like me staring at it, so it like shakes its head at me.
6. So it has a +6 to its guard for 2 turns, which is convenient because it's.
We're not going anywhere fucking near it. Well, it's +8 just wore off because of the whole.
It was 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, Fras, it's your moment, man.
Okay, now, very tempted to shove some deadly nightshade down its mouth.
Oh, the reading the team Flores, I missed him like crazy with a whole video called.
No, they wouldn't. I'm gonna go for the staggered swing again. Can you please roll awareness? Yes.
Mother. Nice.
Good.
4.
And I got my strength this time is 6 total, so I get 2. I win by.
2 hit point.
No, 2d6.
Oh.
12.
Boom! Boom! The dough is nearly dead. The dough is like you nearly cleave the dough in half.
It's that glare. It's whatever it just did to me. Sort of knocks me sideways, and I stagger. But I think Fras is a bit of a way of the drunken master about him, and turns it into a swing, and just the axe comes up and down and cleaves it properly. It literally is called the staggered swing. Name an NPC. Oh shit!
Also, Terrace is looking at getting a spinning wheel, so I don't have to keep burying my fleece after shearing every year. Well, Terrace, if you end up weaving some wool from your own sheep, I would be happy to take some off your hands and be like, I know exactly where this came from. Would you like a hat made from a sheep who belongs to a friend of mine?
And all of our friends are starting to reproduce now, so Keren needs extra wool.
I have 2 babies.
I'm about to become an uncle.
Yeah. And I'm going to become an auntie and then an honorary auntie in November. Because let's be honest, I will be Auntie Keren to take
Oh, yeah.
baby.
If you're not asked to be the godmother, I'd be mildly surprised.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. That's a big responsibility.
It's quite an expensive responsibility. I'm a godfather.
You don't have to buy him a present every year.
But I do. He's only 8, 7, yeah.
Let's be honest, I'm probably going to buy him a present anyway.
It's fun to buy kids presents. I bought him bought him and his sister my godson who's in the UK. I sent him a copy of The Bakery Dragon. Hey Tony, good to see you, mate. And because Keren also got a copy of The Bakery Dragon for Christmas, I got to read it to them as well, and they could read along with me, which is rather fun.
Oh, hello, Tony. Oh, the NPC is going to be Lewis Doggett. In memory of my personal protection dog, Inspector Lewis.
Oh, cute. I have a dog on me. Can you...
I'll make a note. Do you have a notepad?
No. That one, use that one. It's the last page is still kind of empty. Not really. I used it all up.
I'm sure I can find
There
it.
you go.
Oh, here we go.
Squeeze a bit in.
Lewis
Doggett. He'd be a Vulcan. But, like, looks like a Doberman.
Alright, this means it's Martin's turn.
Finish it, Martin. Come on. Bye.
Movement.
There we go.
Boom, Martin. So Martin can move up next to the dough. And hopefully he can swing the killing blow.
and I'm like holding it down, like holding it in place with the axe that's in its spine.
It's still got vines wrapped around it as well.
Yeah. I'm just sort of like, come on.
King's Strike. So roll strength against the opponent's guard.
3 plus,
4.
and its guard is -3 because of the vines.
It literally can't fucking hit.
Yeah.
Cool. 1d6 damage plus 4.
5
Plus
plus
4.
4.
9. The doe is sliced in twain and falls to the
The
ground.
female deer goes down.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. I like it, yeah. Basically, because my sheep are not merinos, their wool is not marketable in Australia, so yeah. Been burying it instead of doing anything with it, which is wasteful, so yeah, gotta do that. Also going to send fleece to Jess next time we shear, so if you want raw fleece as well, go for stuffing things. Oh yeah, after it's washed, yeah, it would be.
What type of sheep are they? Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not really up on my sheep types apart from merino. I'm like, there's merinos and other sheep.
And then the brown ones.
Okay.
Border Leicesters.
Border Leicesters. Oh,
There you go. Now we know. Alright.
Which look like... What? Quick, Google Border Leicesters. I'll do it. You have sheep that look like bunnies?
I'm betting mine. I'm putting a bet now. They look like sheep.
Shut up.
Branching into Australian white and Valaeus Blacknose. Valaeus Blacknose sounds like a Humblewood character as well. They have bunny ears.
Bunny ears.
I mean, can confirm. They look a lot like sheep.
He's not kidding though, they do have bunny ears.
Oh, those ones. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know what a Border Leicester sheep looks like, that's what a... Come on.
No, it doesn't. That's a blank screen.
Come on. Focus, Dan.
You get the ears. Yeah.
Come on.
There you go. It's because of the glare. Do you want to try on mine? There you go.
They
You
have
can see the
bunny
ears. They do have bunny ears.
Yeah.
They look more like deer.
But then we'll have to kill them. The deer are
We do
evil.
kill them. They're delicious.
Alright, it's Sassa's turn again. So I could do Blooming Restraint on the buck and reduce its guard,
Yeah?
which might not be a bad idea given that it's currently
Well, very
missing its
guardy.
guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I will cast Blooming Restraint on the buck.
Hey, Samboy. How you going, mate?
And that's
We are playing Roll Table for Two, which is a DMless two-player roleplay game by the wonderful folks at Fights and Fancy that we got into because of Mike Moans, didn't we?
yes.
He sent it to us. Good fun. We haven't played in a while because,
Busy, sick.
well, Prac more than anything else. Prac has really sort of
Prac
knocked me
hasn't
about,
really.
and now I've kind of got my shit together now, and I'm not
Josh had flu.
fucking sick.
I had a headache for 2 weeks. It's been a good month. A quality Border Leicester looks like a bunny sheep, and we have very good show quality animals because we are basically producing high quality studs and breeding ewes for other farms.
Oh.
Ew.
Yeah. You shall be in my background track.
Excellent.
Very well.
Slap some colour on those ogres.
It did indeed. We will also, for those who are interested, we will be back with Humblewood next Thursday as well. That is, Humblewood Elements and Evil is starting back up next Thursday, the second last day of my prac. I've decided I want to begin again. So we will be back in the wood with Julio, Bron, Kesh, and Eric will wake back up after his little
His little snooze.
He's had a bit of a breaklet while he was in a coma after closing a doorway to the plane of death with his own soul.
As you do.
Well, I let them use their exhaustion points to cast magic when they've got nothing left, and he was like, "I'm gonna go 4." I'm like, "Okay, that's a lot."
No, he'll have to do another 5 weeks of practice.
Yeah.
they're very thorough. It's kind of cute though because they keep asking him if this is his final crack.
Yeah, I keep getting because if you're doing a masters, you do 3, and the third one is in the beginning of the second year. And because I'm first semester at the moment, everyone's like, so this is your final prac? And it's kind of lovely because they are all assuming, because they often say, because you're really good, I just figured. And I was like, no, I get it, and that's totally fair, and I'm very flattered. My supervisor said, you are the ideal grad dip prac student. You are meant to do this. The only critique she had when she watched me teach a lesson was my writing on the board was shit. And it was just something that no one had pointed out to me yet because I'd only been on prac for about 8 days and I'd only taught about like 5 or 6 lessons at that point. I'm now teaching 3 a fucking day. I'm doing about half of the total day of teaching at the moment, which is kind of cool because it's just intense practice, which is fun.
So I just rolled the Buck's turn, and it's all good news because I was swinged it. It rolled its trample attack, but it's unable to make it because it's not currently in melee with you guys, and it only rolled a 3 to move up to you guys, which was immediately negated by the restraint. So the Buck just merely kind of strains ineffectually against its vine-like wrapping.
I would say that if it manages to break, that would be, if it manages to move beyond, roll higher than a 3 to move, that's it breaking the vines.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Otherwise, the vines are OP as fuck.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
So yeah, but it has not managed to free itself yet. It's like the athletics check to break a grapple.
I actually rolled 2, I said 3.
Wow.
So,
You definitely failed.
oh, heads up, Josh. He's one of those who lines in red and white.
Oh, no, on the board, when I'm writing on the board. And it's an electronic whiteboard. So it's, I can have lines on it. It's more that I write cursive, which is fine for high school, but in year 5, they just straight up can't read cursive yet. So my handwriting is actually quite nice. It's just not very legible if you're not used to reading cursive. That's the problem. And yeah, it is quite... every child has an iPad, and it's fucking handy because the variation of capability is such that some kids will be finishing shortly after you finish giving the instructions because they'll have already started whilst you're giving the instructions, and they're super quick anyway. Like, a couple of the kids in the class, I have to tell off on the regular for going before I finish telling them what to do. Because Daisy routinely finishes as I'm saying, okay, begin. While others will be like, so what is it we're supposed to be doing? 5 minutes after everybody else is finished. And that's the variety. And with the iPads, they've got extension activities built in. So they can play Prodigy, which is like Pokemon, but with math. To basically successfully make an attack with your Pokemon, you have to answer a math question. And you can do PvP and you have to competitively answer mathematics questions. And it's really funny to watch the ones who are really good at gaming but shit at math freak the fuck out. And then there's English extension stuff as well. So if they're ever bored, you can just say, open your fucking iPad and go to that. Also, the teacher can put the work up on Teams and they can go and download it. There is a lot of flexibility provided by it. You need to know how all the shit works, and I don't yet. Where can I get Prodigy? I need math. I don't know where it comes from. It's probably an educational resource the school pays for, because they all have it. Every single kid's got it. They also do a lot of Minecraft for the educational purposes, because it's actually not bad. Like, they use... When the first week I was there, they were building... In religion class, they were building dioramas in Minecraft of the Last Supper and the crucifixion and things. So yeah, they built...
Like, the crucifixion in Minecraft's a little morbid, is it not? Here, build a guy dying horribly.
Oh yeah,
like,
Mitch Terrace is a lawyer.
Yeah.
No, you can build invisible blocks and then you put an NPC standing on them. So they were all having a bit of fun just choosing random NPCs to be Jesus. It's all of these tasks being set by teachers who either don't really give a shit or don't understand. I'm like, let them find their fun where they find it. I'm not going to yuck their yum.
It's your turn to attack.
Is it?
Darling.
Splendid. The doe is done. The deer,
is
the
dead?
female deer is dead.
You will have to roll 1, 2, 3, 4 to reach the buck.
Okay, well, let's see if I can. First of all, 5. Boom. I'm gonna saunter on sideways up to that one.
Yeah. You are by the buck.
And tempted to do cleave. What's its current block? It's quite high, isn't it?
Its guard is 6 plus 6 minus 3.
So
9.
Still pretty fucking high. I'm not actually confident I can beat that. In fact, I need to roll a 6 to equal it, so I can't cleave it. I'm gonna I'm gonna do Deadly Nightshade.
I was hoping that was what you were gonna say.
I got a 6, so I got a 9 total. It has to roll awareness.
It's not gonna beat that. It literally can't.
I got a 6.
7.
Nice. I'm glad because if I'd done staggered swing, I wouldn't have done very much damage. So it takes. I go up to it and I pull something out of my pocket, and Martin looks at it like, oh, what are you? No, this worked really well on the bear too. And then I grab it by one of its antlers and just shove a handful of leaves down its mouth, and then I force it to chew. Like, here's some cud, little boy. There you go. And it takes 1 point of damage, and it will take another d6 for the next 3 turns. It hasn't swallowed yet. This is why. It's like, it's trying to spit it out. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep,
Like
go to
Story
sleep.
when she's got a bit of peanut butter stuck in the roof of her mouth.
When has that ever happened?
It hasn't happened for a while, but I've seen it. It's now Martin's turn. Let's roll some movement for Martin. 5.
Martin and I just walk up to it next to each other and are like, Martin, this'll do it eventually, but if you've got a faster method.
So we can have him attack, but I don't know if we'll be able to hit. Roll strength against the opponent's guard.
He does add a
+4
+4,
strength,
so
he could theoretically beat it.
Yeah.
Because it's 9 and he could roll a 10 if he maxes.
He does not.
He does not.
He rolls a 1.
He swings and misses!
Yeah. It just bounces off one of the antlers because the head is swinging around wildly, trying to get my mouth off its muzzle. My hand off its muzzle, keeping its mouth closed from spitting out the deadly nightshade I just shoved into it. Don't make me shove it in deeper. I will. Yours would not be the first gullet this arm has been down. And it almost certainly won't be the last. More sad, more's the pity.
Cool.
No, you're not having any chocolate raisins.
Bad for you on multiple levels, sorry. So I might just be able to hit it with a magic orb.
Do you have anything else you can do?
It's already restrained, so I can't do that again. I can do Find for Weakness, which for 3 turns it reduces the enemy guard by 1d6.
That would be neat.
It's got 1 more turn with increased thing, and then I have to do it again. So yeah, I'll do that.
And allow Martin and I to hit it.
Yeah. 6!
Don't think there's
Boom,
anything
boom,
it can do
boom.
about that.
So now its guard is down to 3.
Nice.
Good luck with that, boys.
Nice. Alright.
Sneakily wiped out that one.
If I cleave it, I can also half its block for 3 turns.
So it's only 3 this turn, and it will be 0 for 2 turns after.
Great.
Well, that worked well.
It's its turn now, is it not?
I believe it is.
Alright, let's see. What's it gonna do? A 6.
6.
Oh dear. Is this the glaring thing
Muted
again?
Call. Roll a strength skill check. All players within 6 spaces must make a spirit skill check.
Oh no.
Any that fail against the result of the buck's strength check must take 3d6 damage and miss their next turn.
Oh shit.
A sickness churning in their... Missing a thing, so something. A sickness churning in their something.
What's its strength?
+3.
Ooh. Alright. It has to roll. It rolled a 3. So I need a 6 to beat it.
Yeah, you have to make a spirit skill check.
Martin got a 4.
+4 for strength, so he's okay.
He passed. Okay. Fail.
3d6 damage, I'm afraid, and you miss your next turn.
Oh, that's big as well. That's 10 points of damage.
I, fortunately, am out of range.
Ah. I'm down to 17 HP. I'm just below half.
Okay.
And I lose my next turn. But I still hurt it because it's eating deadly nightshade, and that's basically... I reckon it's going wild, and I'm just holding on for dear life because I don't want its mouth to get open.
Do you roll more damage for it?
It does take an extra 3 points of deadly nightshade damage on my turn, and then it's Martin.
Okay. Now...
Martin!
Now, if you like, Martin can either hit it or he can heal you.
Hit it. No. Proactive healing. Just kill it.
Okay. Roll strength for Martin, please.
3 plus 4, 7.
Yeah, he hits. So 1d6 plus 4. 4 plus 4,
8.
8. Beautiful.
Thank you.
It is juiced and... Oh yeah, and its guard is now 0, actually.
Why?
Because
Does Martin
had
reduce
its
it?
last turn, and
Oh, yeah, well.
reduced by 6 is in effect now. So technically it's got -3 guard. That's a
I don't
thing.
think that's... Yeah. It's tied down. It's got an angry, if tired man wrapped around its face.
So it's now Sassa's turn, and she's gonna throw a magic orb at it, and I'm not even gonna roll the check because its guard is literally nothing.
Yeah. I mean...
Even if...
So damage. Roll, roll. 'Cause I knew you'd roll a 1. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, because plus whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think auto fails on a 1 on a D6 game is a bit rough, so no.
Yeah.
Hey, Turquoise Vixen. Lovely to see you. 3
3.
plus anything?
Nothing. It takes 3 points of damage.
3 more damage.
I'm good at reducing its ability to defend itself.
No, that's
Hurting
the
it.
benefit of you.
And then now it's its turn.
All right, I don't want to roll for what it does. Don't roll a 6, please. Hey.
Make a contested spirit skill roll. Whatever the difference between your rolls are, deduct it from the loser's hit point.
Okay. Oh,
So
this is definitely at me.
I'll roll again to see who gets hit.
Okay.
So 1 to 2 is me, 3, 4 is Martin, 5, 6 is you.
Yeah. Martin this time.
Martin is going to
He did just stab it. It rolled a 1. And Martin rolls a 6.
Martin rolls a 6. Plus 2, so 8 spirit versus
1.
1.
Oh, thank you very much for that gifted sub, Terrace. Enjoyed the sub, Vixen. We are working on getting a new...
It takes 7 hit points.
It should really stop glaring at people.
Yeah.
It's very rude. If you're gonna get down, turn around. Turn around.
We're wearing it down. We're wearing it down. Wearing it down. You accidentally got 3 600-gram tins of Rose's chocolate.
Oh no, look what happened by
I'm
accident.
very jealous. Okay, it's now your turn.
Alright.
Do some damage.
It takes 1d6 from the Deadly Nightshade. That's 4.
Beautiful.
That's the last of that. How much has it got left?
21.
Oh, okay, it's got plenty. Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cleave it because its block is very, very low now, isn't it?
Yeah. Costs nothing.
I've done 6 so far. I'm going to do another staggered swing and try and beat its awareness by a lot. I'm going to go big or go home. It's not particularly great.
Was that your
I always roll exceptionally shittily when I'm trying to do this. I should have just rolled for cleave. Yeah, I have not rolled above a 3 to make...
I was looking, just do the other thing.
Well, you roll for the enemies.
Oh.
That's the point. That's 4. It's for its awareness.
5.
And my strength was also 5, so I achieved nothing.
Yeah.
That's my point. It's go big or go home, but then I roll shit, inevitably.
Okay, strength against the guard.
You can either it's that choice. The against awareness thing is great if it has shit awareness.
And that's 5 plus 4, so 9. So literally can't be beaten.
Yep. Martin's wailing on it.
And
6 max damage.
Plus 4, so 10 points of damage. Martin comes in, swings, swing. Ooh, it's looking pretty bad now.
Looking ropey.
Okay, Sassa's gonna throw another magic orb at it.
Nice.
So I'll roll my spirit. 1 plus 3 is 4, but it's guarded 0.
This is why we reduce its guard so much. Yep.
Yep. So it gets d6 damage.
Wow.
Fuck's sake. Martin's gonna do all the work.
This is the problem with the D6 game, is that one time in 6, you are just, well, more like 2 or 3 times in 6, you are just a bit shit. Thank you very much. Feel free to reach out in Discord. Well, that's an absolute pleasure of you. Thank you very much, you lovely being.
Okay.
We're working on getting a new raid emote as well at the moment. Daria is on it. Daria suggested that the words raid are made of tar above Eric, which I quite like.
Nice.
The tar raid.
The tar raid.
It is now its turn, is it not?
Yes. Would you like to roll that?
It does a 2 again. Ark.
Make a contested skill roll.
This is that one.
Cool. So I'll roll.
Who's it going against? That's you.
Me. Okay.
It rolls a 3. You roll 4. There you go. 7. If it can beat 7, I'll be impressed.
It takes 4 damage. We're in single digits.
Hey.
Fras.
What are we in? How much do we need?
6.
Okay. I rolled a 5. Roll low on its awareness, please. Hey!
2.
So I beat it by 3.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's 11.
He's dead.
It just sort of wrestled. I'm still gripping onto its head, and with one mighty swing, I go flying off it. It just chucks me straight up into the air, and whilst in the air, the axe, out comes the axe, and I just no. It's the punch dagger that I have on the rope, comes out, and as I fly up, the dagger flies down, wraps around its neck, and then using the rope to sort of stop myself from flying too high, I yank myself back down, and the head just slices off from the dagger being attached to that rope and drops to the ground.
Grime just spurts out of its neck.
And I'm gonna roll a dice to see above 3. I do the good landing. No, I rolled a 2, so it.
Faceplant.
It's in the anime of this. There's a ah! And then the head slices off, and there's a sort of, it pauses very briefly, and Martin and Sass watch as I plummet back down to the ground, and everyone's sort of like, that was so dope. He's gonna make an awesome superhero landing, and then splat, just right next to this oozing head. Fras goes, ow, okay, now you can heal me, Martin.
Cool. King's orders. Roll finesse for Martin, please.
Roll finesse. That's a 3.
Unfortunately, he does not succeed.
Oh. Great. Why did we bring you?
But if you roll another d6, we will get a reward.
Oh, okay. 4.
4.
Well, does he just order me to feel better?
He has to roll a 4 or higher to heal your wounds.
Okay.
Which you did not. So we have received a Dark Shard Amulet.
Oh. Okay, aren't you glad you brought us? There we go.
Taken from the corpse of a grimed creature, you find a fragment of purple-black shard of glass. It is cold to the touch and fills you with a sense of dread. Collecting 6 of these will give you a dark shard.
What's this, Sass?
Ah,
This was in the thing. You think that's in any way relevant?
looks like part of a hole.
Oh.
Hang on to it. We might
Like
find...
physically?
we
Part
might-
of an empty hole? Or no,
as
with the
in,
W.
It
Okay.
looks like it's part of a larger thing.
I mean, I don't disagree.
You should hang on to it.
Alright, I have part of a hole.
Alright. Now we must go to page 36 to continue our adventure.
Hole. Presumably, it's called a what?
Dark shard fragment.
Dark.
Ooh, another
Shard.
baby blanket pattern. I shall
Fragment.
look. You need 6 to make a hole.
Okay.
Alrighty. The dust settles. The grimed beast falls, and as it does, the shadows that clung to it begin to drift away, revealing the form of the deer beneath. Stained with the blackened blood of its sickness, and broken by the strain of its unnatural form, the creature looks as much a victim as the village around it. And yet relief comes at its destruction, as any shadows that had followed it here disappear. The conflict is over. Now we have a chance to recover whatever survived the attack. The iron scar continues to loom ominously beyond the edges of the village, leaving you to wonder what the result would be if instead of a small leak the whole barrier crumbled. What defences would there be then? Would the army that sits here be able to hold them back, or would it fall like a tidal wave upon the kingdom of Benevolity?
Well, it doesn't bear thinking about.
No, it's a very dark thought.
You did really well there, Martin.
Good on you, Martin. Excellent work.
Double ration of grog for you this evening, I think, mate.
Martin's kind of leaning on his sword, like, just gives you a thumbs up.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that.
Session end. The immediate threat seems to be over. Mirthstone is in ruins, but some may have survived, and you have both succeeded in stopping another beast from running wild.
2, actually. I don't know if you can
What do your
count.
characters do before returning to camp? Are there certain people they want to check are okay? Do they help with recovery? You have time to explore freely. The story will pick up again after the characters spent the night at the camp. End
Cool.
of session rewards. Your character's ability and hit points return to maximum. Plus 5 hit points, plus 5 ability points. You may swap your collected ability for either of the abilities below. Second move. This ability can be used immediately after another ability to give yourself another movement during this turn. Second ability. This ability can be used immediately after another ability to give yourself another ability during this turn. Its full cost is 2 AP plus the AP of the second ability you intend to use.
Ooh.
Abilities that give you another turn cannot be used in conjunction with this.
Yeah. The second move or second ability, they're 2 different
Yes.
things.
You can either move
You
twice.
can either have a double dash or you can have a double action.
Yeah. We also get
Extra
roll up to
attack.
40 hit points
That's nice.
and 30 ability points.
That's also good. I am gonna double dip. Because we seem to be fighting an awful lot of grimed. And grime don't traditionally have awesome awareness. I'm gonna lose cleave, which is huge. No, it's not even that good. It's roll strength versus block, and you do 1d6 damage, and then you half their guard for the next 3 turns. But you're already really good at reducing guard, and it's 1d6 damage is piss all. I've already got an ability that does automatically 1d6 damage each. That origin pair ability that we can do if we both agree to do it. We roll with advantage and do double damage for three turns. It's awesome. We should do that more. And cleave is, whereas staggered swing costs less AP, potentially does significantly more damage when it works. But I don't even need to win by much to do some damage. Just mechanically, I reckon cleave isn't that handy. I think I took it before I took the other things. So double action. 2 AP. Yeah?
Oh, that's very pretty, Terrace. It's a blanket pattern.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah, it's
Ripples. It's like a Neapolitan ripple, actually, that one.
Yeah. Looks like ice cream.
That was, yeah. Double action. 2 AP.
Plus whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So you have to burn a lot of ability points to do it.
But now we've got 30.
Yeah.
We've got 40 HP, which is good, because I was down to 17.
I don't know if it adds uses.
No, you have a ranged abilities and... Oh, no, you mean double ability. Well, what's your collected?
So I have Find the Weakness, which...
Well, that's not what you'd be getting rid of. What's your collected?
Fortified, which means I can half damage done to me for an action point.
That's pretty handy.
Yeah, that's the trick.
Yeah.
I'm like...
The ability to shoot twice for 2
Oh
AP.
yeah, swap your collected ability.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
have to lose Fortify in exchange for something else.
So I can shoot twice.
Double damage.
Yeah, but being on a half damage is also...
I always take the proactive healing, as in hurt the other thing. The faster it dies, the less damage it can do to you. It's why fighters are healers in my book.
So should I swap Fortified for second ability then?
It's your call.
And the trick is I don't hit particularly hard.
Well, this is why you want to be able to do it twice.
Yeah.
How much does your magic orb cost?
1 ability.
Well, that's nothing then. So yeah, for 4 you can do it twice. And it's a ranged attack. As someone who mains Bard, I disagree.
I had a sudden urge to play Poppy's game.
Currently enjoying a new game called War Tales, and I don't think it's that new, but when did it come out actually? It's new for me. Yeah, very good, very fun. It is Battle Brothers, but better. War Tales is great. Yeah, Mitch agrees. Yeah. It's been around a while, I think. There is a butt ton of expansions, none of which I have because I just wanted to get the core game just to see how it was. But it plays really well, and I'm very enjoying it at the moment. And it's narrative heavy enough. If I do have an issue with it, it's sometimes they're just like, I want to be on the side of the refugees. I feel like you should be on the side of the refugees in the initial.
Then the refugees turn
But
around
the
and
refugees
be like,
are absolute bastards when they win.
like, we're gonna become the oppressors now.
I was like, you've learned nothing from this experience.
Like-
What the fuck are you doing?
It's like,
It's
hold
like,
up,
oh,
everyone, new oppressors in town.
You're going to be hung for opposing us. I was like, no! Can I step in? I'm the guy who allowed this in the first place.
It's like-
The only person with an army left here is me. Why am I not king?
It's like my least favorite thing to see generally is like people like survive all this horrible stuff happening to them, both in fiction and reality. And then when they're free, when they can do whatever they want, they're like,
Gotcha.
we're gonna be the assholes we just defeated. And I'm like, no. It was like at the end of the Hunger Games where they're like, we should have another Hunger Games, but for the people who were running the Hunger Games.
Because
And
it
I'm
was
like,
so awful. I'm
because
like,
it was so awful, we should make them do it. I'm like, no.
Ooh. Meanwhile, I never mod it. Get out, peasants!
Valid.
I mean, I was like, I don't feel bad. I am going to take another swing at this story, though, and see what happens if you do the opposite. Because I'm not team refugees anymore, weirdly.
Like, turns out, shouldn't have let them be in charge. They're kind of dicks.
They were happily, because this is it, you help them build another, they've been run out of their own homeland because there's no food because of war, like, totally valid reason to leave, and then they come along and all the locals are like, nah, our place is our place, and there isn't really enough for everyone to go around, so we're gonna give you fucking nothing, and we think you can all starve and die in the street. I'm like, also not the coolest or grooviest thing you could do. And they were like, you came here to steal our land and steal our front. And they were like, we didn't. We actually came here to coexist happily with you, and you definitely didn't let us do that. So the refugees, like, established militias, and eventually you helped them build a haven in the mountains, and it's a bit shit, but you know what? It's a place to call their own, and no one particularly minds, except for a small group of people who come along. There are fairies who live in this forest who are very upset you're chopping it down for houses. And they're like, can you believe these bastards? And I was like, no, I'm team you on this, and I'm from here. And I'm like, yeah, no, the fairies probably can move to a different forest. If they exist, which we're not sure of. There is magic here, however, so maybe. But, like, the fairies are not a very good excuse for these people to be cold all winter. And particularly as you've given them nowhere else to live, fuck you and your fairies. And then you help them and you find the blacksmith and they're like, oh, thank you so much. You know what? You're right. We should go and make them pay. I'm like, I didn't say that. I never said that. It's called War Tales.
The cycle of people being progressively shitty to each other.
And they're like, yeah, you've shown us that we shouldn't just try to coexist, that we should make them listen. And we're like, okay, as long as it's like, just shout louder and nothing further, we're gonna go to their town with our army that's not great. Do you want to come with? And I'm like, oh dear, oh no. Gonna go back to bed for a bit, Tony. Have a, oh mate, if you've got painkillers, yeah, absolutely. Weather migraine. Oh, fuck, yeah. Not great. Yeah, have a good sleep, mate.
I read this book recently, and it was like a fantasy romance novel, and you know, the witch falls in love with the witch hunter, you know, that sort of thing. That should have thought it back. And literally,
fantasy.
And so previously, you know, the area was run by witches, and they were just like killing anyone who like opposed the witches. So they were really brutal, like killing people all the time.
Oh, this is very, very loud, I think.
So a rebellion, the non-witches rebelled and took over the country, and then proceeded to horribly slaughter all the witches. And they've been in the process for a number of years now in hunting down every single witch that exists, regardless of their inclinations towards, you know, other people, and horribly murdering them. Like, they literally string them up by the ankles and then cut their throats. And everyone gets to watch the blood drain out of them. I'm like, that's horrible! And like, for this, the whole time, the conflict between the two lovers is like, but your kind were just slaughtering people, you know, all over the place at the witch's whims. And he's like, yeah, well, now you're just stringing up anyone you find who's a witch and killing them, regardless of whether they approved of that. Spoiler alert, a lot of the witches didn't fucking like what the witch queen was doing. We thought it was kind of bad. But now we're kind of like, maybe we should get the Witch Queen back, because then at least that stops slaughtering the witches. And it like takes nearly the entire fucking story before one of them's like, wait, what if we did a third option?
Neither of those.
What if we established a new government that didn't slaughter anybody?
Because this is the refugee
and I'm like,
leader.
wow, it took you so long to come up with this solution.
The refugee leader is just like, I will be the mayor now. I was the mayor where I came from, and that didn't work out so great, so I came here, and I've killed the current mayor. I'm going to hang her. Because my mercenaries helped me beat the shit out of her and her professional soldiers. And then I'm going to be the new mayor, and this place will be super welcoming to refugees. That is the platform I am running on. I'm like, but it's not an election. You won by force. You have proved nothing other than you're capable of befriending the right dupes, apparently, who happen to have several mercenaries under their command and a bunch of tame wolves, because you can tame wild animals, which is rather fun. I really like the taming method. It's very Pokemon-esque. You have to have Pokeballs or rope, and you have to beat the shit out of them, and then have another guy who is, it's very specific. They have to be engaged with somebody in a fight, and then somebody else has to sneak up behind them and have a free action available to throw a rope at them, and then they're yours forever. They just obey you instantly, and if you give one of your archers a particular ability at level 5, you can even control them specifically, rather than just being allies that just do whatever they feel like in support of you. You actually get to control them, which is useful because They're not wearing armor and therefore are a little bit squishy. But I've got 2 wolves, a wild boar called Miss Piggy, and my pack horse, which I named Luggage.
What if everyone was
Friends, exactly.
Yeah. I'm just over here going, have you guys considered not slaughtering each other?
Be less of a dick.
And apparently they didn't for like most of the story, while ignoring that overpowering need to fuck each other.
Not in mine, in Keren's.
In this book, they're like, I can't fuck him, he's a witch hunter. I can't fuck her, she's
the
a
boars.
witch.
Well, the boars are Piggy or Porky, but yes. And then there was a tomb that I got to go in. I'm really enjoying the mechanic where everybody is a soldier in your army, but everybody has a secondary profession. So like miner or bard or thief or
Your secondary profession is being a thief.
So everybody in your group, but you kind of need one of everything, like a woodcutter. I haven't bothered with an angler because their only ability is to catch fish. And I'm like, I can buy food, but you can't buy wood, irritatingly. You can find it scattered most places, and then woodcutters can just, whenever you find a wood block, they can just cut some more. Miners, whenever you find a mine, can just mine some more. I'm like, sweet. Because I need iron
convenient mine.
Well, they're not super convenient, but it does refresh on the regular, which is kind of handy. So whenever we go past the one mine, I just go inside and was like, dig more. Musically, the captain of my mercenary unit is the miner as well, which I quite enjoy.
I just realized I did the Donald Trump school of mining.
Everything's computer. And then I've got a tinkerer, who's one of my lieutenants is the tinkerer. You build them a tinkerer's bench and they can make shit for your encampment. Then there's a blacksmith who you have to go to the blacksmithy. And he's like, you can use my anvil if you like. I'm also looking for a skilled blacksmith if you happen to know one. Did find one, but the refugees needed him, so I took him up there. And he was a refugee himself, so it made sense to take him up there. And I immediately regretted it, because they were like, hey, we've even got a blacksmith. He can make us swords to go and intimidate the locals. I'm like, no! I should have taken him to the locals! I can make you fucking swords! Angrith here is really good at making fucking swords. You provide the iron and the money, and Angrith will make all the ones you want. If you've got an anvil, I'll happily just loan you Angrith to make you swords, so that we definitely don't go and steal this land from other people. Refugees are good. Oh, you've got the wrong message. Technically speaking, all refugees actually improve the economy of the local wherever they go. Don't think that's happened in this situation. Tiltron is not better off. It's actually got a lower population now.
My brain's just jumped to Rick and Morty, where the triangle nipple people will rule. It's like, oh, summer. First race war.
But I'm about to upgrade to the next area and meet new and harder challenges, which is good, because it's getting a little easy.
Let's see if we can start a race war somewhere else.
Yeah. Or prevent. I don't know. Not a doctor. Double action. Second action, basically, pay.
It's like if you can rely on one thing, it's people, it's that they will start pointless fights. Oh boy. Currently an argument raging on Twitter as to whether calling for peaceful protest is, taking the side of the oppressor. Fun times. Oh, hello, Crispin. Thanks for the resub.
Oh! Oft ignored but never forgotten. I don't know about ignored. I just didn't know you were here. But never forgotten.
No, never.
Hey, buddy. Good to see you, mate. Well, that's the end of that book, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the end of...
Book 3.
Session 3.
Do you want to do a little bit more?
The Journey to Iron Scar.
We've only been going for like an hour and 40 minutes. Do you want to do a little bit more?
Oh, it's Crispin oft ignoring us, not us oft ignoring Crispin. We take no offense, sir.
I am glad.
We are inconsistent.
The more I read it, the less it made sense to me the other way around, so I'm glad you've clarified. Thank you.
Do we have the...
It's the next one behind us. I can go get...
Yeah, you can escape from this setup better than I can. It looks like I can get out, but when Josh is sitting down, I basically am trapped here.
No. So, now that some peeps are here, do you want to show them the Floral Dragons
This
coloring
is the
book?
Floral Dragons coloring in book that came with Josh's Floral Dragon Guide. It's very pretty.
Hold on, can you pass me book 3?
Here's some of the options. Very pretty things.
This is one of said dragons as well. This is the
Aconite dragon over here.
And yeah, this is my version of the cherry blossom dragon. Which I printed for Mummy for Christmas, and then I had a spare one.
This is the Amaranth dragon.
So this is a Hit Point Press release, this one, and this is the official book. It's actually it's smaller than most D&D books. It's still fairly sizable, and it's written like
That's the cherry blossom.
it's written from the perspective of a botanist or something going out into the wild and having a look at all these dragons, and making sort of field notes. So it is very much written as a field guide. This is the apple tree dragon. It's fucking huge. And I don't know if I'm going to get round to printing and painting all of them. Oh, check that out. That cool.
Oh, that is very cool.
Manchineel. A Manchineel dragon. Look at that. The artwork is absolutely stunning. And my favorite, everyone's favorite, the little dragon bees for pollinating. The Vespoons that have become the mascot of this whole thing. Quite by accident, and I printed one. This is Little Vespoon. I don't know how well you can see him. Oh, yeah, he's there. All right. So we had a chat at the end of it, didn't we? We This is wonderfully surreal. Josh's camera is reversed, but Keren's is straight. No, it's Keren's is reversed.
Yeah.
But I'm looking that she's actually there. If I turn, that's in the correct direction. I don't know why I've reversed it.
I won't be able to read my t-shirt if you flip it there.
Purdy. Oh, that's true. That's why we did it.
Being a functional adult every day seems a bit
It's
excessive.
a bit excessive.
Completely excessive, one might say.
Alrighty. So we get back to the camp, and yeah. Well, that was a fun day. Except it wasn't. It was
I've
awful.
got some grime on my leg.
Yeah, we didn't. Did we ever satisfy ourselves as to whether or not there was bathing facilities here? Did you bring any of the?
Sassa just gets a bag out of her pack, upends it, and all these little bottles of the toiletry from different inns and locations, just full of. You were saying?
I assumed. Yeah, great. Now all we need is a tub. I don't even need it to be warm, frankly.
One tub of cold water for Mr.
Hot
Fraz.
is better, but we are heroes. I think Martin deserves one too.
Let's say there's a bathhouse that has been constructed at this camp where you can go.
Well, it's a
and-
tavern, isn't it? There's a tavern there.
We're at a camp now.
Oh, are we? Oh, okay. Great.
They've set up a rudimentary bathhouse
Right.
where you can go and.
You know,
Shampoo or
actually, you know what we do?
Mm.
We, at that village that is partially knocked down and broken,
Yeah.
we're like, Martin's like, we're heading back to go. We'll be there in a second.
We're just gonna use the bath.
There's the bathhouse. Sassa and I are very, cleanliness is next to whatever we have for godliness.
Just drag the corpses out of it first.
Oh. Obviously.
Yeah. Just remove the dead guys from the bathhouse and then have a shower.
All true wisdom is found on t-shirts. Yep. That's why I have one that says, I'm a conduit of nonsense.
And I have. Oh well, I don't have it anymore, but I used to have one that says you can take my Oxford comma from my cold, dead, and lifeless hands.
Cold, dead,
Comma and
lifeless.
hands.
Yeah.
Because English is a shit language. It needs clarity.
So I actually am not sure. I think it's my turn to read. You read the last bit. But I'm not sure I'm not sure Fras rather actually has a lot to say. I think he's putting on a lot of bravado.
Yeah.
After that, but that kind of like, yeah, that hurt. That actually hurt. Like he was down to half.
You got fucked up.
And yeah, he got the last hit, and it was good. But I think it has dawned on him in a very real way after he gave up part of his life force to make the barrier stronger as well. And while Sass kind of just walked that off, that's all the spirit he had. He was like, how? And I think he's contemplative. Like, I think I've realized what being a hero actually is kind of about. That it's not just about it's the fancy parades and the everybody making a big fuss about what a hero you are for basically just wrangling a bear. It was a game for him. He was playing. He was walking the walk. He was talking the talk, and he was playing a bit of a game and living the high life while it was on offer. And it wasn't so much that he didn't know that this was coming. It's just that he hadn't really, because he had no real expectation, no real knowledge of what it would be like. It's kind of like a, fuck me, yeah, okay. Like, I can do this.
The true gravitas of the
place. And he's now just taking for the first time the true gravitas of what's going on. And how fucked everything actually is. And he's like, I think that's the trick. He knew things were a bit messed up. And he was like, yeah, no, I'll help. That's fine. And he's like, I genuinely don't know how we are supposed to fix this. I don't understand where they got this notion we're prophesized heroes. We are useful and helpful, and hey, we did a great job. We can plug holes. We can't fight a war. So he's a bit quiet. He sits in the tub like normally Sass is the one in there longer. And he says, you go first, I'll watch the door. And then when she comes out and takes her turn to watch the door, he's in there quite a while.
Eventually, he's still alive in there?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Kind of just off in my own, I don't want to say thoughts, I think that's probably too strong a word, but yeah. Coming out. Close your eyes. Well, yeah. Something you haven't seen before. And you move your hands away and he's fully closed. Anyway. Shall we, my lady? Back to camp?
Well, good sir.
And, we go back. Where's Sass at?
I think she's doing better. She's like pushing away the worry about the barrier. She's like, I've strengthened it. We just need to get extra mages down here to reinforce it, and then we'll be cool. We're not allowed to panic. Everything is fine. Whee! Yay!
I'm not
Life
panicking.
is good!
My anus is bleeding.
Oh, God!
All right.
There's a dated internet reference.
This is pre-YouTube, that video.
Yeah, this is an oldie.
Thank you so much for our fans for your patience with us. Sorry for the wait. Published 2024. I reckon there's probably another one out by now. Poppy and Sammy Layton. Book 4. Okay. The Dream. Sleep comes to you like a heavy fog, settling thick and suddenly after a chaos of the day prior. Though you are each too tired to fight it, a sense of unease creeps into your subconscious, and you understand that there won't be much rest gained as your dream starts to take form. In the unclear surroundings that your muddled minds concoct, you find yourselves turned around, lost in a half-formed world. A sickness settling in your stomach, nervousness and apprehension melding into one. Doesn't feel safe here. You feel a need to be on guard. As you turn and wander, something starts to take form, a growing shadow that stains the fog like a fast-spreading blot of ink. What backstory did we choose? We trained together as children. We both shared a special night together on the road. Rivals fought side by side against a terrible monster on the road. That was it, wasn't it? Page 12.
Too far, take it back.
The shadow moves. Oh, it was like a fat spreading blot of ink. Spirit roll 5 or higher. You reckon that's in reference to this, or is that the hometown was destroyed by the dragon? Go to page 12.
Yeah. When this is present in these dreams, you can feel the energy of another.
And maybe even.
Oh, if we do a spirit roll higher than 5, we get.
Okay, well, do you want to do that? Do you want to just nail that?
Yeah, that's higher than 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something else is present in these dreams. I actually also know this.
Hey.
Something else is present in these dreams. You can feel the energy of another. There may even be more than one presence here. The shadow moves, fighting against its own form. There is a cry, the sound of something from your past that sends a chill down your spine. In the blink of an eye, it has changed, and the world around you is shifted. The beast was not defeated the day you two met. It is here, and it seeks revenge. You both share the same dream. Where are both of you? What in particular happens in this shared memory? Are you aware you are dreaming? Or do you follow the memory as it happened, unaware of those around you? Paint a picture of the dream the both of you are sharing. Feel free to roleplay it out between the two of you. When you are ready, read ahead. We fought side by side against a terrible monster on the road. Do you reckon it was grimed? Or this is pre-grimed? I think grime has been going on for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it is a large, tangly blob. I reckon it's a blob of tangle vines. Sort of an ambulatory blob of vines that has gotten, not unusual, but they aren't normally predatory. This one has gotten freakishly large. It's probably more like 2 or 3 that have combined together. And it's kind of Hydra-like in the way you can cut one bit off and it just grows more.
Yeah.
And we were obliged to burn it. And we, I think, I spread oil or flammable liquids. Let's be honest, it was a hip flask.
Yeah, you sprinkled it with booze and I set it on fire.
And yeah, I circled it around. I covered it in pretty high percentage alcohol. Was eventually how we defeated it. But in this dream, it's now also possessed by the grime. And there is I reckon we are going through the motions. We aren't aware it's a dream. It seems to be the memory. And then where it would work, the fires catches and it would normally have shivered away. Instead, it flicks me up into the air in exactly the same way that Stag did before. And I come crashing down in front.
And now it's oozing and black and gross. And you can hear that.
Something happens. Roll 1d6 and read the result on the table below. The monster begins to speak using the voice of someone you know, begging for their life.
Should it be someone both of us know?
The king.
Dun dun dun. The king's voice emanates from the oozing blobs. Like, please,
You reckon?
you must save me. The kingdom is at stake.
Yeah. Yeah, the stakes couldn't be higher. Yeah. Please, you help me. It's winning. It's taken the capital. And I think Fras is confused because this is not what it's supposed to go. Not how it's sort of like this didn't happen. We were just there. If they'd gotten through, we'd know. The dream changes. It's in that last moment of your shared dream that you see something appear in the corner of your eye. In an unassuming place within the dreamscape, there is something that does not belong. It's a window. Regardless of whether your dream takes place inside or outside, it appears. Beyond the window lies a desolate, marked only by a monolith. Yeah, I imagine there's a word missing. It lies a desolate wasteland marked only by a monolithic tower. The Dark Tower, perhaps?
And I like that we're outside. And there's just a window. That shouldn't be there.
What's that window doing, floating? And there's a different landscape through the... This is all very... Are we dreaming? I really want to be dreaming.
Is that a portal, perhaps?
Do you go close?
Yeah, she's gonna go towards it and try and reach out to touch it.
I reckon there's full-born Matrix as well. You touch the
And
window and... Always with the touching. Always with the touching. Why are you touching?
I'm still alive.
You can touch with your eyes. Look with your eyes, not your fingers. Don't touch with your eyes. Look with your eyes. No! No! As you inspect the abnormality in the dream, the rest of the world around you begins to collapse. The dream is ending and you feel yourself falling as you both, in unison, wake up with the start. And I sit bolt upright and slam into the bottom of your bunk, which is above me.
My lower back isn't what it once was.
Neither is my upper forehead.
Oh god, that hurt. Did you just dream about the Tanglewild and there was a window with a tower in the distance, by any chance?
That's a strangely specific question.
Because I had that dream and you were there, and I felt like it was not a normal dream.
No, my dream was lovely. There was a window and an attractive though foolish woman who went to touch it with her face.
Attractive, you say?
Yeah, probably bore no resemblance to your memory of dream at all.
I definitely didn't touch it with my face. That would be stupid.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. And there's
trying to get some sleep over here.
There's some grumbles as people roll
I ain't
over.
sign up for this.
I don't sign up at all.
No.
Turns out when the king of all the tangle vines asks a favor of you, you do it.
Yeah.
He was very persuasive and extremely rich.
Yeah. Really felt like if we didn't agree to do it, we'd die.
Mage class or spirit roll of 6 or higher. 6.
Boom, baby!
You feel a strong, dragging force pulling you toward the tower, leaving a dull ache in your chest when you are not able to follow it. It feels like the only thing real in this dream. I love that we basically played that out before you snapped awake. I was like, nope, and then we both woke up.
I have the strangest feeling that I need to find the tower. With my eyes or my hands?
Both.
First with my eyes and then with my hands.
How do you tell if the flagpole is freezing? Lick it, of course. Here, hold my beer. Alright. Well, I don't think I'll be able to sleep ever again.
Let's go find something to eat.
Yeah. A dry wind rattles through the military tent the both of you share, shaking the space. I like this. It's large enough and established enough that we are in a sort of a barrack style tent with a bunk bed, because that's funnier. As you both regain your senses, the world around you is as you left it, solid and real, and you are as you once were. Looking to each other, how do you respond to the dreams you shared? Does it, like most dreams, begin to fade away, or are you unable to forget what happened? As it wasn't a dream; it was a memory. I don't think it fades at all. I think it's upsettingly vivid.
I think for Sassa specifically,
the tower is...
The tower is just overwhelming everything else. So she vaguely remembers the rest of the dream, where it diverged from the real memory that existed. But all she can just think about is the tower. Yeah. It's just throbbing in her mind.
I think for Fras, it is the king's voice. I think that's the big thing. the anguish and fear in the king's voice is the important part of that one. Do your characters talk to one another about what happened, the tower, and everything they felt in the dream? So, to be very clear, I did have that dream, because it feels like not the sort of thing we should be glib about.
I can't.
It was a very clear memory of the thing with the tangle vines.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it spoke with the king's voice.
Yeah, I did do that. That was creepy.
That was the most upsetting thing for me. And then there was a window floating in nothing, which is, that's more dream stuff. I'm actually kind of comfortable with that.
But I can't stop thinking about the tower. I can't shake the feeling that I have to find it. It's important.
I expect it probably is then. I don't like that you, I mean, logically, I suspect that was important. Have you ever had a dream like that before?
Like premonition-y dreams.
Well, we had a close encounter of the grime kind yesterday. And we've only had a couple of them before. And, we're very close to the border as well. And I don't know if this is relevant, pumped a bit of ourselves into the shield. All of these things.
I mean, like, I've had, like, premonition and things before, but not like that. That was different. That was incredibly vivid, and I cannot get the tower out of my head.
Yeah.
I can't stop thinking about it. It's important.
I'm sure it is. There's a whole book named after it. Regardless, the only one thing remains a sharp memory from the dream, the tower. No matter how many times you try to forget the image of it, it returns, intrusive and persistent. I think more for you than me, but yes. What do? Choose one option together. Seek out help from the Kingsmen, find Lieutenant Arzella to inform her of the strange occurrence, or keep this to yourself and try and forget about it. I don't think we do that. I trust Martin more than Arzella. He's kind of had our back before.
Is he with the Kingsman, or?
Yes.
The lieutenant's from around here, so if there's a weird tower thing, she might know about.
That's true. Oh, Minna's here. Minna's the captain of the guard, wasn't she?
I think so, yeah.
That I duelled with. What do you want to do? Do you want to do Kingsmen, or do you want to go and talk to the locals?
I think we should delicately broach the subject with the lieutenant.
Yeah, okay. I'm up for that. Oh, there's also tell Martin, but that's a different thing. Yeah, okay.
How do you tell Sir Martin?
Well, it's just page 18. I think two of them, yeah. Tell them about the tower. Oh, okay, yeah. So you go and seek help from the Kingsmen. And that leads on to page 18, and find Lieutenant Arzella is also page 19, as well as page 16. Oh, okay, there's follow-ons from it. Struggle to find the captain. Okay. Your first thought turns to the lieutenant you first met on arrival at Iron Scar Camp. If there were strange visions that came to people in their dreams, then Arzella would have no doubt heard of them from her soldiers. One player, make an awareness roll. Mine's +2. What's yours?
+2.
All right. Well, you did the last one. It's a 3. 5. You struggle to find the lieutenant in the mess of tents and campfires. After some time of searching, a soldier spots you struggling and points you in the right direction. Go to page 19. I really enjoy that. As long as you roll above a 3, you find her. There are just variations on it. Ooh. Okay. Find Lieutenant Arzella. Inside their tent, Arzella looks as if they have hardly slept since the attack last night. Parchment and maps are scattered on every surface, and a bottle looks near empty next to the goblet she keeps drinking from. Your entry shakes her from her thoughts, and she is momentarily flustered to have been seen so cluttered and out of uniform. Heroes of Ivyfell. But I should call you Rescuers of Milestone now too,
And I suppose dots.
I am certain the king will be adding to your list of achievements already, she jokes and quickly buttons up her military coat. How may I assist? Yeah, fun, don't, look,
Bit of a weird one.
can I stay? First of all, you guys have been doing the hard yards, and I hate it when heroes show up and just, ooh, I'm big and flashy, look, and we did it, we've done a couple of neat things, but please let's not heap stuff on stuff. We've got maybe not a weird question at all, but it might be. I kind of hope it is, to be honest. If it's not weird, do you want to tell her?
Yeah, so last night we both had the same dream. We dreamt of a incident in our past where we'd fought a tanglevine sort of beastie.
Particularly large one, several.
Yeah,
Well,
huge.
like like a rat king, that, but vines.
Yeah, the Rat King of vine monsters.
Not great.
And then it reached a point where in real life we killed it and won, but it didn't die. It became grimed, and it started telling us
With the king's voice.
with the king's voice that we had to save it, and that it was very important that we.
Begging and pleading.
It was fun. And then there's this.
Because he's a lovely man, the king.
Then there's a window that just appears in the forest, which is odd.
I mean, a dream. That's fine.
Yeah, and if you look out the window, you see this wasteland, and the only thing in it is this giant tower. And I was just drawn to it like a moth to the flame. And
The lieutenant's face drops at
And
the
now
mention of the tower.
now I'm awake, I can't stop thinking about the tower.
A sense of dread visible in her.
And by the look on your face, you've heard of this tower, and it's not good. Oh, great. Lay it on me.
The Tower of Malice, she
Oh.
mutters and begins pacing, looking for something. One of the last remaining pieces of the old kingdom. Occasionally a soldier here or there will start dreaming of the place and either succumb to its call, running off into the darkness, or go mad trying to keep themselves away. Oh, balls. Is it either or? Do we have to do one?
Third option, where I don't go mad?
Now, you are one of them.
Oh, goody.
Two. We both had the dream. I'm feeling less inclined, but, I'm sure it'll build.
So, what do we know about the tower that I now apparently must go in search of?
I love that it says this when it absolutely is not our characters. There is a sobering moment of silence as Arzella tries to find the words or solution to continue the conversation. Those who have gone to find it have not returned, but I cannot say if they reached what they are looking for. It sits beyond the border, and the grimed run free there. Great.
Just gets better and
She
better.
pulls out one of the maps to the top of the pile on the table and begins to show the way. If I had the men to spare, I would have sent some with them to get answers. It seemed futile at the time, but with you... She shakes her head and rolls up the map, handing it to the pair of you. Try to convince her. Make a diplomacy roll. 6 or higher, Arzella sends a troop of soldiers and Sir Martin with you. 5 or lower, seek the tower alone.
Do you have any bonuses to diplomacy?
I think I do, as long as I'm wearing my nice jacket.
Go put your nice jacket on.
-1 guard, +2 diplomacy. I think I would be wearing, because I'm not, this is a camp, I'm not ready for war right now. And it's, like, I probably sleep in it.
He puts on his diplomacy jacket.
Put on my diplomacy trousers. That is a 6.
Yes.
It's 4 + 2.
Woo!
It's a hard roll.
Diplomacy pants for the win.
So we
I
go
like to think that I have diplomacy written down one leg, in,
Yeah.
like in rhinestones.
go to page 22. That is path 1, Journey to the Tower. I think we call it there because I'm getting a little bit sleepy
Doom, doom,
now.
doom.
We are going to the tower.
We have been supernaturally summoned to a dark tower in the middle of a wasteland.
I
Nothing
think-
could possibly go wrong.
I don't think we go necessarily do get that. We don't get the +1 point to Sir Martin's ally table because we would have if we'd gone to talk to him first. But I do think we go to talk to Martin.
Before
Like,
we leave.
hey, we've got a thing.
We have to go find a mysterious dark tower. Azula said we could take some buddies with us. You want to be those buddies? Buddy?
So yeah, the Kingsman watches both of the two of you with a mix of emotions. His usual stony expression is marred by concern when you mention the tower. His eyes look beyond you to something else. I would call it a dream, a fluke, but not two, and not whilst the desire to seek it grows in your minds. He is serious and nods to one of the other men keeping watch. Would you say that it calls to you?
Yes.
Minna brings out a map, which Martin folds flat out in front of a pair of you. It is old and lays out the land before the border was placed, though a crude line has been drawn in reference much later. It will be difficult to seek out, but visions sent by the stars above have only ever been sent for a reason. He seems resolved. We should make arrangements to cross the border and find it. Ooh. Martin.
Oh boy. You're a good egg, man.
Actually, it says continue to page 24. You travel alone. Wait. You travel with Sir Martin and the soldiers. That seems to be implying what. Anyway, we're
We're
going
taking
to
Martin with us.
we're going on 22.
Martin?
Taking horses and a few supplies. And call the tower beckons you forwards. You take the worn path away from the camp. A few soldiers watching you with worried glances. If you are going alone, this may be your last chance to seek help. Do you wish to return to get help from Sir Martin or Lieutenant Arzella? Turn to your options on page 14. No, we do. We got that. Make a spirit. Yeah, okay. We're going with Martin and Arzella. I'm not going alone. Martin's awesome.
Buddy.
Can you?
Well, this is ominous at all.
Yeah.
The
Music was well chosen. I'm using the Strad playlist for this.
Yeah, the tower's definitely going to be filled with candy.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Well, guys, that was super fun. And we're on to book 4 of this beautiful string-bound, as well. I don't know if you can see, string-bound set of books. Actually, I want to look.
Do 5 and 6 out here. This stuff's so pretty.
This stuff is real pretty. Oh, they've got t-shirts now. 15% off.
Just have to sign up to the mailing list.
Parallel Gear Indie Games. Fairy Ring, Roll Table for 2. Where are we up to now? Physical books. We are got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4.
Only 4.
Session 5. The Star Soul Blade. Yay!
Die!
And I do want to order it, like obviously.
Excellent.
All right. Well, we'll deal with that at some point.
I want to see what the t-shirts look like. All books are in UK English. Yeah. So you filthy Americans better not complain about there being typos.
I mean, there is very rarely, but I have noticed a couple, like missing words and so forth.
Oh, typos are hard.
Oh, they really are, and this is done at home, like mad respect. You want apparel? Gear? Pride collection, possibly.
Just come here to pit.
And it's in trans colors. I love it.
Oh, that's glorious.
The fight
It's
is not over until the whole party is
safe.
safe. Dead sad.
Today's gay agenda notepad. Oh my god.
Oh, amazing. Technicolor magic art A5 notepad. Oh, isn't that pretty? The family that finds you notebook.
Aww. Prideful peacock stickers.
Reaching together book.
Fight with pride stickers.
Oh my gosh. Hang on, I'm gonna put this link. Oh. Ah, balls. That's the exact wrong thing. Copy. I'm gonna put this in chat so other people can see.
Because it is Pride Month. Show your pride.
It is.
I'm a boring straight white bitch, but you know you might be more interesting than me. You almost certainly are.
I'm a borderline interesting person.
You are interesting, yeah.
I'm in the plus element of the LGBT. Gift sets, maybe. No, not seeing any t-shirts. D&D stickers, player supplies, game master supplies, writing tools and supplies. They make some beautiful. A million stories are just waiting to be written.
Aww.
I promise I have absolutely no idea what I am doing. Character register. Ooh, look at that. View.
Oh, view through a window, A5 cutout notebook. Want that on a t-shirt.
So many pretty things.
Mm.
The artwork is stunning.
Yeah.
But no t-shirts as far as we can see. Never mind.
Maybe in the future.
All right, well, guys, that was super fun and lovely.
Yeah, do go check out Fancy and Fancy, and they do sell digital versions of the games. So if you don't want to pay for shipping, which is fair, shipping is very expensive these days.
You can PDF it.
Yeah, you can get a PDF that you can download, which is great. Because
I'm just a book goblin, so
we just like having the pretties.
Actually, I like the term book goblin, but I'm a book dragon. This is my horde.
Yeah.
You
can see the dragon behind you on the camera.
Many dragons. You
And
can see,
I am
you
a
can see
dragon.
at least 2 dragons behind me right now as well.
Born in '88, Year of the Dragon.
No, I'm a tiger. So, guys, we should go and find somebody to raid.
It's your horde and I sit on it.
Well, it's my horde and you sit on me. I know. All right. Sit on my face. You love me. All right. Well, who is there to raid? There's a bunch. There's so many folks. We could raid Rolling Together RPG.
Yeah.
They're doing. Oh, it's a rerun. We could raid Jack.
Oh, Jack.
They're playing Baldur's Gate 3 with the boys.
The boys.
So we will drop you on Jack, everybody. So throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell Jack and the others where you came from. Show them the love like we always do. Karen will be back tomorrow night.
Yes, I'm gonna be here tomorrow night, and I'll be continuing my run of Discworld 2 Mortality Bites. I've completed the first part of the challenge after a small amount of frustration.
You spoke to Death, and he was a bit of a dick about it.
Yeah, Death is on holiday. He's not cooperating, so now we've got to move to Plan B. So you can continue to watch me.
Bees? Oh, no.
Yeah, randomly combine items until things happen, and occasionally check the cheat codes, because what the fuck, at certain points I'm like...
It often is hard to penetrate the logic of the people who decide this.
But unfortunately, unlike Baldur's Gate, it doesn't, it just
hasn't
won't...
been so
it just
thoroughly
won't let,
playtested.
It just won't let you do stuff if you want to. It's just like, well, that's not going to work.
There is no every option has an option.
I know, Rincewind. I'm just bashing some things together until things happen, okay?
Alrighty. So yeah. Tell Jack where you came from. Show them the love like we always do. We'll see you same bad time, same bad channel tomorrow night for some more Discworld 2. Say goodbye, Karen.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Whee!